Hello, I'm Clara Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Haven't got coffee today, I just had it by the pool and now I've got green tea. Because a Thai friend of mine, brought some tea around for me. Some green tea, some ginger tea, and some blue pea flower tea, which is yummy. Have you ever heard of that? Hey Ashley, how are you? See, I remember today. Yay. Get rid of that. How are you, Ashley? You good? Live chat, that's what it says. Someone was struggling to find out how to interact with me yesterday. Sent me messages on Facebook afterwards saying, how do I interact with you on the live? It's called live chat. Right, so I'm going to go deeper into the daily energies. And why is it so dark in here? Hey, Nikki, how are you? You haven't been on for ages, Nikki. You're pretty good. I'm pretty good too. I had a good sleep last night. Feeling good. It's really rainy today. I just went out by the pool though, hence the thumbnail. But yeah, it's pretty wet out there today. And I picked my cards out for the day, and it's a very internal day for me. I've got accept what is, go within. It's like accept it's raining. And rest and no worries. Pretty good. So a quiet day for me, which is good. But I'm going to the gym because I feel like I've got lots of energy at the moment. Nikki, what's going on with you? I haven't seen you for ages. We missed you. Picked a card out for today. Did you watch the daily? Daily read is all about releasing our guilt, about waiting for things, waiting for divine timing, but really we're waiting for ourselves to release our blockages, to release our resistance. And yeah, especially guilt. And pretty much all the cards were about the same thing in every area, which was pretty cool today. Yes, please do. I'm feeling good and feeling guilty. No way. Been clearing out the wardrobe. Clearing out. Nikki, I'm going to Africa. Mid-February. I'm going to Kenya. Ashley, I'm dealing with a non-communication separation right now. Ooh, this caused great confusion. Yeah. Maybe it's not time to figure it out. Look at the card for today, Ashley. It's never-ending story, but it's in reverse. Never-ending story is about those things that keep on happening over and over again, our patterns over and over again, the drama and stuff, the never-ending stories. But when it comes upside down, it's about other people's never-ending stories. It's about other people's dramas. Let's have a look. Hi, Warren. When I travel, I'm hoping to have a porter for the luggage and baggage. A porter. Maybe that's what I am. I'm a porter. Baggage porter. Oh, and I was doing some shopping yesterday as well for the man. My favorite kind of shopping, Muay Thai shopping. Getting equipment for his gym, for him, for me to take over from here. Fun shopping. Never-ending story in reverse. This is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass, and you will carry on unscathed and blameless. So there you go. Ashley, that's for you. Keep your distance. Don't try and figure it out. Other people's stuff. Oh my God, it's hard enough figuring out our own stuff without trying to figure out other people's stuff. Especially if the other person isn't figuring out their stuff either. It's like, we don't need to. We don't need to do it for them. Let them be an enigma. Yeah, how's your love life, Warren? How's your love life, Nikki? Any developments? Is that why you haven't been? Maybe you've been busy at night, Nikki. You're welcome, Ashley. Who else is on? We've got Nikki, we've got Warren, we've got Ashley. Who else? If you're watching, pop up a message saying me. Tell me where you're watching from. So hard seeing your patterns. I know, because they're normal, right? They're normal. We get used to them. It's only when like someone else points it out to us, or suddenly we wake up and it's like, whoa, had no idea I was doing that. I like the movie The Never-Ending Story. Flipping working, not at night. Sleeping at night, working in the day. I'm not interested in a love life. Do you have a sex woman? Oh my God, that reminds me. I'd forgotten. A friend is arriving on the island today for 2 days. I'm trying to get them, he's bringing tourists with him, trying to get them all booked in at the stadium to train, maybe today or tomorrow, but no, I'm going to be hanging out with him. Get yourself a young buck. So I want to get my arse out of there, feel guilty for staying. Are you looking for another job, Nikki? Oh, no, you're not. You're waiting. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nikki, yeah, just sit it out. You'll be good. Remember the daily today? It's like waiting. Nikki, have I not told you? Okay, Nikki, I'll send you an email afterwards. I can't believe I've not told you. The man that I met a year and 4 months ago that I didn't meet yet. I thought I'd told you, Nikki. Anyway, I'll tell you. I'll send you an email after. You can read it when you wake up. Isn't Nikki a nurse? A nurse, Nikki. Nurse, Nikki. So yeah, we've got to leave other people's baggage alone. Don't try and figure them out. Hey, Lavinia, how are you? Oh, going to bed alone. That's better though. You get the whole bed to yourself. Nobody waking you up. Can you say hi, Ella, for my 6-year-old daughter, please? Oh, hi, Ella. Is she doing a flip now? Yeah, the American chap. Yeah. We're meeting up finally. Yeah, I'm going to him. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Right, so today's energies are all about waiting, all about clearing our baggage up and go within and joy. So yeah, it's a introverted, introspective day today. Maybe it's going to rain everywhere. You're celebrating, Lavinia. Cool. Ashley, I'm glad she was thrilled. Starfish style. Yeah, you can sleep starfish style. That's good. Sometimes, when you've got a lover and then they come around and then they make excuses saying that they've got to go home to sleep, as if you'd want them to do something else, as if you want them to stay. It's like, okay, bye. Yay, I've got the bed to myself. So the daily read. We've got waiting for stuff. We've got releasing our baggage, right? And introspective day, go within to find our joy. This is like, maybe it was in the weekly read that I said about it. Being by yourself, finding the joy in being by yourself. It's really good. I really enjoy it. I can find all kinds of things to do. Yesterday I had a really quiet day because I was so tired. I tried to have a nap, but it didn't work. But I was listening to podcasts, an amazing podcast. I listened to a few, but one was just amazing. It was about a guy, Rick something, a businessman who was on that flight that landed on the Hudson River, about his experiences. And it was, an amazing interview. So yeah, I can have a lot of fun by myself. Celebrating your birthday, Lavinia. Happy birthday. You've got Yorkshire. I've got green tea. My friend brought round the whole leaves, whole green tea leaves. And I've got blue pea flower tea that she brought me as well as a freebie. Hmm. I love when I see my lover's starfish. Work's getting in the way. Okay, I had a bit of a problem. The last 2 days, that group won't let me post. It let me post, but it won't let me comment on my post. It started to let me comment on my post this morning. That was a post that I did 2 days ago. And it's got 492 comments on it. It's going to take me, because it'll only let me reply to about 20 people at a time, and then it stops me for a few hours. It's just going to take me forever to reply to everyone. It's crazy. It's such a pain in the ass, that group. I don't know if it's the moderators or what that are doing it, but there's so many limitations to it. Maybe just because it's such a big group and I post something and 500 people comment on it. It could be the problem. Okay, deeper into the daily. Keep on getting distracted. Fulfillment up until now. This is to do with the baggage. This is to do with that guilt and the release. What's been fulfilling you until now? Or us fulfilling other people, or us fulfilling a role, and the guilt of moving away from that. I can feel really bad for people when I leave them behind. I get a lot of guilt from that. Say if I were to stop giving readings, and like this, I've got a lot of customers that have regular readings with me. If I just decided to stop, I would feel really guilty about that. So yeah, it's this kind of thing. It's like you fulfilling a role, or you fulfilling other people in some way, and then breaking free of that and doing your own thing. The guilt that you feel from that needs to be released. Because of course our lives are for ourselves. So Ashley says, I'm so content by myself, but today was rough, which led me to fall back into past behaviors and saying things to my DM that left us both uneasy in silence. I know everything's working out for me. Dumped so much baggage in the past few years, can't complain. But today I'm like, what is this about? I'm about to take the garbage out. You're funny. Okay, so release guilt for things that you've been fulfilling in others. Wow, yeah. And let go of the past. I am that. Let go of who we think we were, who we think we are. It's all a baggage, the past. Because we can't move into the future. We can't move into the next chapter with all this baggage with us. You're only allowed carry-on luggage. And this is just a blatant lie. Saxon going, well, it's a lie, right? Maybe it will be tonight. Lots of snow today and it's Christmas. Oh, it's almost Christmas. Do you like my Christmas picture on the 2020 readings? It's a lie, isn't it? Is that true for anybody on here? Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. Tonight, although it's not going to be anything special from past memories. Oh, it's hot. Okay, who wants a reading? You love Christmas, do you? I kind of do. I don't really celebrate it, but I like the feeling of it, and I like the decorations, even though I don't have any. I've just got a Christmas hat. Sex is going well. You're looking forward to it. You like elves? I don't know any elves. Hey, Dwayne. How are you? Okay, Warren's up first. Warren, you've got knowing and connection. I'm going to get 2 more cards out for this. Oh, okay. About how you're sabotaging yourself. Accepting your sabotages. Okay. This is about people, Warren. Your aversion to people and being okay about that. It's like, when you're at a certain vibration, there's not that many people that are a similar vibration. It's not like if you've got like a mainstream kind of vibration, there'll be a lot of people that you vibe with. It's not like that kind of when you're a leader or when you're different. There's not many. And so this is saying like who you're connected to and who you're not connected to. It's not necessarily a sabotage when you are detached from other people. Just be okay about it. Of course, that acceptance is like opens the door to us making changes. No decks. Yeah, Warren was first. Lavinia's up next, and then Dwayne. Okay, Lavinia. Relationships. Everyone's is about relationships. Lavinia, I am good enough for romance. Romance, heart and flowers. Being treated really well, really, really nicely. Getting treats from your partner. But you got to believe in yourself as opposed to being perfectionist. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to perfect yourself. You need to believe in yourself instead. Get that romance that you want. Hope that makes sense. Who's next? Dwayne. Is this your first Psychic Cafe, Dwayne? Dwayne's up next. Yeah, introverted day for you too, today or tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. For the 3rd of December, it's about going within and deciding, making decisions from that really quiet place. This is like, maybe you've been going through life like fighting fires kind of thing, making decisions on the fly based on whatever's showing up. And this is like taking a step back to that silence, taking a break so that you can decide, you can make clear decisions of what you want. Does that make sense? Oh, okay. And you've got mystery and jealousy. And so this has been coming up so many times for people. The jealousy thing, it's like people holding themselves back because they don't want to trigger other people, holding your light back. It's like a subtle form of sabotage, not wanting to shine too bright because of how other people are going to react to that. And this is like the mystery card. It's the unknown path. It's like the path that we go on when we're courageous. We're following our intuition and all these great things happen. Then if we hold ourselves back from that because it's too good and we don't want to tell people, we want to play it down. It's like this magical thing happened, but I've got to tell people that it was my logical, the logical way that I made that decision. It's like, don't do that. Like step properly into that magical path, that mystery path. Don't tone it down for other people so that they're not jealous. Don't try and explain it away that you consciously made that decision like they would have made that decision. Speak out the magic. People only get triggered for a short amount of time generally, especially if you're being yourself and you're being consistent. They might get triggered at first, but then they'll be, what's Dwayne doing? How come everything's working out for him? That kind of thing. I've got a neighbor. He's playing music. Okay, what are you lot talking about? Have you been to Mexico yet, Warren? Maybe you'll meet a lovely Mexican chick. I saw a person get kidnapped from a hospital in Mexico today. From a hospital. It's like one bad situation to another. Maybe I'll meet a Mexican frog. Live Mexican feed. Warren, remember the card for the day? Never-ending story, other people's dramas. So other people's dramas, it's what they're manifesting. You don't need to manifest the same thing in Mexico. You could manifest tacos instead. And a hot Mexican chick. Dwayne says, yes, plenty of sense. Spot on. Good. Well, like I said before, you may have to kiss a few toes before you find that princess. Downtown Havana. I like frogs more. Well, there was a stabbing in London the other day, but I would still visit. Yeah, the stuff goes on everywhere. Everywhere. The princess, she's high maintenance. Yeah, queens are better than princesses. Princesses are high maintenance. Queens are doing it for themselves. Lavinia says, don't kiss the toads, Nikki. In the original story, the princess doesn't kiss the frog. Oh. I'm a bit croaky today. I'm always croaky in the mornings. Don't know why. Nikki's going to Mexico. There you go. Go to Mexico together, you two. And I'll go to Kenya. Anyone else want a reading? Is anyone else watching this? Queens are lazy, codependent types. No, they're not. The rulers. Nikki. You've got judgment separates and initiate, Nikki. Let's see what that's about. Oh, okay. Forgive self and soften and open. This is about your baggage. And yeah, judgments. Right. So, Nikki, this is saying, like the never-ending story card, other people's baggage, other people's dramas. This is saying you're judging other people too much. You're a little bit too involved. Your energy is a little bit too involved in what other people are not. And so it doesn't matter. All those people that aren't aligned with you, it doesn't matter. Just let them go. Let them be themselves. You don't need to keep a story going on about that, judging them for not being like you. And that you're different. You've got to forgive yourself for that too. So you've got two things going on here. It's like judging other people for not being like you and then judging yourself for being like you too. Does that make sense, Nikki? So you've got yourself like in a limbo of being tied to people that aren't like you because you're still judging them, thinking that there's something wrong with them being like that, which there isn't. And forgiving yourself for being different and being yourself. A lot of judgment going on there. That's your baggage, Nikki. Ashley's up next. I'm going to try and find Neverending Story after the cafe. I don't think I've ever seen it. I can't remember. I never remember films anyway, though. Back in the days when we used to have like Blockbuster, and even before that too, the local video players, I used to regularly hire videos and DVDs that I'd already watched, put it on, and it'd only be like a few minutes into it, thinking, I've seen this. Hey, Tawanda. Gucci baggage. I left my good luggage in Australia. It's in storage. I want it again. I want the little suitcase. It's a gas suitcase. It's really cute. Ashley. Okay. Ooh. Okay, you've got the 2 cards about your subconscious mind. Is this thought useful and is it true? Asking if your thoughts are really true, what you've been thinking about, what you've been believing. You know, our subconscious mind tells us all kinds of crap, all kinds of garbage. It will convince us things that just aren't true at all. You know, and if you've had like a problem with someone and then your mind can start justifying it and making stuff up as if they've said other things that they didn't even say and things like that. Our subconscious mind will just do anything to be right, to protect us and be right. So yeah, you got the meditation card because you've got thoughts, Ashley. You've got thoughts and beliefs that just aren't true and not useful. Like if you think about your thoughts being a shopping list from the universe, and you get everything that you're thinking, a lot of it you don't want to get. And so meditate so that you can watch your mind, listen to your subconscious mind, find out what garbage is in there. And the allow card, it's like not trying to change it. It's not like trying to shut your mind up and trying to stop those thoughts. It's just becoming aware of it and noticing it. Being okay about those thoughts being there, being okay about your subconscious mind. You can even talk to your subconscious mind and say, okay, subconscious mind, thank you for trying to protect me with all of these garbage thoughts. But I'd quite like to have conscious thoughts. I'd quite like to choose what I want to focus on. Just that acceptance, and your higher self will help you with that. It's easier than trying to force yourself to stop thinking those thoughts or trying to force yourself to think a new and positive thought. Like affirmations. Affirmations never worked for me. It's like I got this siren going off in my head. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I never got on with affirmations. I only carry on aloud. Yep. Yeah, I get another reading, Nikki. Good crowd is here, except what happened. Funny farting boy. He's on Instagram. He's my friend on Instagram now. He's been messaging me. He's 12. I sent you his picture, didn't I? Yeah, so he added him. He sent me a message on Facebook, on Instagram, and yeah, his picture is like, he's 12. Frank the farting boy. It was funny. You're welcome, Ashley. Anyone else want a reading? Did I miss someone out? Tawanda, are you still here? Do you want one? Talking to the subconscious, yeah, it's good. It's good. And you can say things like, subconscious, I know you're trying to protect me with this, but it's okay. I've got this. I can handle it. Yep. I attract fun everywhere. Oh, I've been having fun at training. I love that. It's just so much fun. There's a new trainer. Freaked me out. So I didn't know we were getting a new trainer. And 3 days ago, on Saturday, I went to training. I was the first person there, and there was only him there. I'm like, who the hell are you? It's like walking into your kitchen, and there's like some random Thai stranger in it. It's like, get out of my house. Who are you? Anyway, he used to work there apparently years ago for a long time. And so first day we were like, who are you? Standoffish from each other, mostly me. It was me that was feeling like that. And then the second day he started smiling and he was watching me, and he was, yeah, we were kind of getting used to each other. I was smiling at him, but still wary of him. Third day yesterday, I started off with 100 push kicks. I was training with Gon, another trainer. But this new one, Samat, his name is, he came over to me and started training me just a little bit before my trainer started training me. So slowly opening up to each other. It was the same way when the last new trainer that started, it took me a while to warm to him as well. Because I'm queen of the place. It's like, hang on a minute, someone's in my kitchen. What's going on? Anyway, I'm looking forward to training with him, getting to know him. Affirmations don't work for you either, Nikki. Yeah. We can't convince our minds something that's not true. What I do is, like, when I'm at the gym or if I'm running or something like that, I can say like a mantra to myself. I can say like, I'm fit, I'm strong, I can keep going, or something like that. I can do that, and that helps me. But the whole affirming things that aren't true to try and make them true. Maybe he likes cats. My ex isn't on the island at the moment. He's gone home on the mainland. So still no cat. Still not got the cat. I have to sort that out. $100 cakes. Yeah, 100 push cakes at the start. Sometimes I do 100 at the end as well. It's easy. It's easy for me. My kitchen. Well, you see, it's not just a gym. It's a they live there too. My ex lives there, and around the side where the TV is, that's where we eat together, and that's where he was. He was in my kitchen. So Ty would live very simply, and so when we eat, we'll get a table out and then we'll sit around it together and share all the food. And generally everyone has that. They don't have like a set, although probably eat generally in the same place. It's a table that's brought out. It's like a camping way of living. It was good because, the kitchens are the same. Like, they'll bring the burner out and they can cook anywhere. They can set it up at the side of the road or at home or whatever. Yeah. It's very different than the Western style of living, but it's good. I like it. So yeah, he was actually in my kitchen or dining room or lounge, the area where we tend to sit, which is also a gym. Nikki, yep, great. I feel happy. I'm feeling good. But when I get into my programs, that is much more difficult. Old stories, Nikki. Old stories. It's an open space gym, yeah. Yeah. It is. It's outside. There's a roof on the top of it, but it's outside. So there's a ring, boxing ring, and then the three sides of it, the front of it and the two sides of it is, there's mats and punch bags and things. Around the other side, it's just like stadium seating, metal tiered seating around, two of those sides, and all outdoor. Yeah, there's a roof, but it's outdoor. Yeah, because it's so hot here. And yesterday it was nice. It's rainy at the moment, so it's cooler. Cooler than usual here, and there's a really nice cool breeze yesterday. Nikki says, yes, there's old stories that are not easy to see, or I'm aware, but not sure what's behind it. But we find out. If we just keep that curiosity, we find out what it is. My life's just so simple now. Everything's working out. It's great. Nothing to complain about. I've been having THC. I was calling it CBD, but it's not. It's THC. That's another thing I did yesterday. I listened to a podcast all about THC and CBD. It was so interesting to hear like real information about it. Because of course there's not much research been done about it because it's just been illegal everywhere. But this was two Americans talking about, they've got a company and they're doing research into it. So that was interesting. So yeah, I've been using my THC oil in the evening. Found that I need it early. So I was having it after training about 5:30 when I didn't have my own oil. But now the last 3 nights I've had my own oil. And so I was having it later just before bed, and it actually doesn't work as well when I do that. So I'm having it early again now. Anyone else want a reading? Is anyone else there watching? It's only the purest CBD that really works, although the placebo works really well too. Yeah, no doubt. I know it's like an amazing painkiller. The THC apparently gets you high. I haven't felt anything from it. I haven't felt any highness from it. I'm probably not having enough of it, but just using it for the sleep quality because, oh my God, you get such better sleep quality with it. It makes a massive difference. Not that I was sleeping badly. Like I usually sleep really well anyway. But, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you've been out all night, right? It's such a different feeling when you wake up from a really deep sleep like that. And it's a little bit disorienting. You know, that feeling when you wake up from a really good night's sleep and you're like, wow, I was really slept deeply. I get that after I've had it. Good. It's good. And I've used it for painkillers. Like when that last time when I stubbed my toe on broken glass and it took my nail off and the glass went into my toe on the beach. The pain was just incredible, especially once the staff where I was staying poured vinegar on it to clean it up because it was in the evening and I couldn't get to the doctor for them to clean it up properly until the next morning. And I had some cannabis that my boyfriend at the time had left in my room. And so I smoked it, which I don't really like doing because I don't like what it does to me. It shuts me down. It closes me up. I don't like it. But I did it for the painkiller. Oh my God, and it worked so well. I slept. It just took the pain away and the pain was still gone in the morning too. So good. CBD versus THC. So yeah, the difference is CBD is, there's slightly different receptors. We've got 2 receptors in the brain, CB1, CB2. THC is the CB1 and CBD is CB2. Slightly different effects. Yeah, but you know, you can use these things. Lavinia, you can use these things to get even better quality sleep, and sleep's so important. This is what I'm finding out from my training, is the quality of my sleep impacts my training incredibly. And so that means when I'm not getting good sleep cycles, and alcohol does too, like I haven't had alcohol for, I don't know, 7 or 8 weeks now. But after a few weeks of quitting alcohol, your sleep gets much higher quality then. And yeah, it's about the body repairing itself. And if it doesn't have that time to repair itself with that deep sleep, and our sleep goes in cycles, like 40-minute cycles generally. It's different for different people. I want to get an Aura ring. There's these rings that you can wear that like feedback device thing, wearable. I want to get one of those to find out what my sleep cycles are actually like. So interesting to me. But yeah, I'm doing it because I have noticed the massive difference, not just in time slept, it's in the sleep cycles and whether you actually get into that REM sleep where your brain's washing itself out when your body's really repairing itself. And if I don't get that high quality sleep, then my training is significantly reduced the next day. My endurance, my power, everything. It's like massive, the difference. So, and if you think about it, it's the repair. You need your body to repair at night. So, Yeah, I need that good quality sleep, those REM cycles. Hemp part is not the psychoactive part. Yeah, so there's very little THC in the leaves, and CBD, either of them. It's so interesting. God, my sleep patterns have gone out the window with this job. Truly bad. Didn't get to sleep until 6:30 a.m. this morning. Oh no, that's bad. Yeah. And what's the UK like with hemp and with cannabis and all of that? Is it legal or not? Can you get the oil or no? But yeah, I like the oil. I wouldn't smoke it unless I needed like fast pain relief again. But I'm interested now. I've got the oil. If I get some kind of a tension headache or something, which happens occasionally with my training, if I don't release properly after the training, I'm interested in using the oil and seeing if that helps too. Interesting, like the Netflix episode about LSD research that got stopped because it became illegal. Okay, yeah. And LSD, they were saying in this podcast I was listening to yesterday, is like LSD and MDA and things like that. They've got very specific doses, specific chemicals that can be researched that the effects affect everyone the same way, kind of thing. Whereas THC and CBD is different in the way that you take it in, and because it's not, you can't make it in a lab kind of thing like the others. It's more of a plant thing, and so people respond differently. It's like how can you give a dose of it, a standard dose of it? You can't. You're in Italy and it's legal-ish. Yeah, it's not legal here, but there's a doctor growing it and making this stuff, and he's prescribing it. So magic mushrooms are available here too. Now, again, I don't know whether they're legal or not. There's also some other plants as well that Thais use to get high. I can't remember what it's called now. There's these leaves. There's two kinds of leaves. One of them, whoa, I would never even try it. I've seen people on it. Crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, so it'll be interesting if people start doing research properly on it. And apparently hemp is a really good building material. It's really good for making things because the stalks of it are so strong. But because the stalks are so strong, the machinery to actually process it, to chop it up so that it can be used, is really expensive. And so there's not much of that going on either. Nikki says, I agree. It's also the vibrational match or not can have a huge impact. Yeah. Like some people do really well smoking it, right? They like it. They like the hit they get from it, and it opens them up. Me, it does the exact opposite. It closes me down. And of course, they were saying as well in this podcast yesterday is that it depends on what state you're in. So it depends on your level of anxiety and the environment you're in, the people that you're around at the time is going to affect how it affects you. So some people, it makes them really paranoid, right? Me, makes me shut down. So yeah, I guess it's got a bit of that paranoia in there. So I got stung by a poison jellyfish and had a hard on for 4 weeks. Really? What kind of jelly was it? Lavinia, wow, really? Magic mushrooms. Those are like LSD. Very close, yeah. Hemp is great in building. I have a family member who has real mental issues because of cannabis. And that's the other thing as well, is like a lot of people will say it doesn't have an effect, like it's not addictive. And it doesn't have like effect on mental health. Now it does when I moved to Australia and I started off Byron Bay neurotherapy, doing my EEG biofeedback, I was treating a lot of people for cannabis addiction and for the effects of cannabis it does. It has mental health effects. So, sure, it might not be chemically addictive, right? But people get addicted to using it. And it's those people that have a real problem. So when they're using it all the time, can't even get up to go to the bathroom at night without having a bong or something, without smoking. They kind of check out of life. They're not doing anything else, That is a mental health problem with it. And what happens from the way I was treating it was I was only treating people that had quit smoking and then got the depression that they get. So they go into depression after prolonged regular use of cannabis. They go into depression because it's like a dopamine hit, a constant dopamine hit. And what happens is it reduces your sensitivity. And so it's like you've got a certain amount of natural dopamine that you're producing. And then you smoke cannabis and the natural amount comes down because it's just so used to getting that external hit. Then they quit and then they feel depressed because the dopamine is way down there. And so I was helping them, treating them then to raise, and it's the alpha state in EEG. It's that, when you meditate and it's not a really, really deep meditation, but you're feeling really good after doing it. That's because you're getting that alpha state. It's relaxed external focus and brainwave state. Alcohol gives you the alpha state. So yeah, it does. It has mental health effects for sure. Absolutely for sure. And not just that, you can get like even more severe mental issues because of cannabis. If you're having like the hydroponic stuff, if you're having the stuff that has been bred to have even higher THC content, it can, it can trigger. It seems to trigger mental health issues that maybe were already there within the person, like they have a susceptibility to it, things like bipolar or something like that, schizophrenia can trigger it. Blue stone. Oh, a blue bottle. Really? They don't bother me. Like I've seen people stung by blue bottles that roll around screaming. I've been stung by them and it's just like a nettle sting. It just goes away. Little sting, goes away. Blue bottle. Yeah, schizophrenia. Yeah. Yes, he's been in the clink a few times and homeless a lot. Mental addiction is as problematic, if not more so. Absolutely, when you rely on something like that. Yeah. All I recall is the lifesaver had to pee on me. Vinegar does it. Pee does it too. They could have just got the bottle of vinegar. They could have got the bottle of vinegar out. Yeah, and so in Australia, there's always like a big jug of vinegar by the beach. Generally, every entrance to the beach in Australia, there'll be a big jug of vinegar for the stings. Hot water does it too. As hot as your skin can stand it, it kind of cooks. The sting goes into your skin. And like, if you imagine it's a bit like an egg white, the sting, putting hot water as hot as you can handle onto your skin cooks that egg white and stops it from being active within you. Urine is a great antidote for jellyfish stings. For some of them it is. Vinegar works. Yeah. Not so good getting peed on. Better your own, do you think? Yeah, maybe. Mozzie bites. You know what? I used to When I was in the UK, I used to react to mosquito bites really badly. Like if I was on holiday and there's mosquitoes around, they'd bite me and then it would come up in like a massive lump. I would react really badly to them. And after moving to Australia, that reaction stopped. And then the mosquitoes were biting me a lot for the first year or something, and then they stopped. Now, like here, the same. It's like they're like fresh blood. They're like people from other places rather than locals. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, it pretty much happens everywhere that I go. Is the mosquitoes will bite you a lot at first, and then they stop. I get bitten every now and then now. I just whack them, slap them, but it doesn't bother me. Now, there's dengue fever here, which is like a very severe flu. Can kill people if they've not got a lot of reserves in the body, or their immune system isn't very good, or if they've got tuberculosis, which a few Thais do have, it can kill them. It can kill other people as well. People can get hospitalized with it, and it tends to last like 5 to 7 days or something. Yeah, but I've not had it. But my immune system is really good. Like I don't get sick. I can't remember the last time I was sick. So mosquito bites, they don't bother me. And I can't stand, what's that? The Johnson & Johnson off. That's the worst one, the mozzie spray. People bring it to training and they spray themselves with it. When I breathe that in, because people spray these things not far enough away or in an enclosed space, spray it way too close to me, I end up breathing it in. It affects the rest of my training session. And I'm coughing and having to cough it up and like barking, coughing, doubled over. It's horrific stuff. It should be illegal to spray that stuff around people. So I stay away from the mosquito sprays, especially. I don't like putting stuff on my skin anyway. Lifeguard pee works better than everyone else's pee. Zap is meant to be good. I tried that years ago. Yeah. I didn't find it that good. I don't get vaccinated now. I did before I went to Africa last time, 20 years ago. I haven't been vaccinated since. Don't go to the doctor. I'm good. I'm healthy. Yeah, stuff and suntan lotion. Yeah, and I hate putting stuff on my skin. Lipstick. I can't wear lipstick. It's horrible. I put an oil on my face in the morning. It's an oil. It's based on coconut oil and something else with essential oils in it. And I put extra frankincense in there. I put a little bit of that on my face in the morning after my shower. I also use that oil to take this waterproof mascara off in the evening as well. Apart from that, I don't put anything on my skin. If you've got your nutrition right, you don't need it. You don't need moisturizer or anything. The skin's really healthy. You make all your own. I think vaccinations are causing people harm too. Yeah. I think the majority of pharmaceuticals are causing people harm. Yeah, I don't wear sunscreen. I just stay out of the sun. Or not. I go in the sun. Sun's really good for you. Has like a tightening effect on my skin too, I've noticed. With losing weight and having a little bit of loose skin. Yeah, the sun has a tightening effect on it, which is the opposite to what the science apparently is saying. But yeah, I find that it really does my skin good being in the sun. Not burning, of course. I've got some problems up here from burning. But I've started wearing a visor now some days. Keep the sun off my head, off this bit. There's trouble with being in the tropics where the sun is overhead. Top of your shoulders and the top of the head here gets a lot of sun. immune system's really good. You know, when I was in Uganda, everyone else got malaria and I didn't. But a few days before everyone else got malaria, I had a mosquito bite on my leg that came up like the size of an egg, like half of an egg, and it was pulsating. I thought I was going to give birth to baby spiders or something. But it went down. So my immune system was fighting something off. My immune system is really strong. Which is surprising, the amount that I used to drink and smoke. So, there we go. We're almost at an hour. That went fast. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, sticking around. It was fun. It's always fun when you two are here, especially Nikki and Warren. Have a nice sleep, Nikki, and everyone else. Have a nice sleep too. Natural stuff works for you, Lavinia. Yeah, you can heal yourself with your head for sure. Some of it you can. But we're also physical bodies too. Like nutrition is really important. It really is. And sleep. That happened to my cousin in Africa. Okay. Bye. See you next time.